Okay, good morning. It's the 26th of January today. We're at almost 7:15, around about 45 minutes until the FTSE opens. I'm going to do the FTSE review and then the subsequent trade results later in the day. So, as we mentioned, the FTSE has been in a quite a strong downtrend. Last night also, China fell off a further 5%. So the FTSE closed round about 5875 to 5880 yesterday. And in overnight trading, it has come down even further. So the market is still negative. However, I just want to jump onto the weekly chart quickly. Last week we produced this bullish pin bar right here, which shows there are some bulls stepping into the market. This will also be profit taking from people who had rolled the bearish move down. However, there are also bulls stepping in. And so far this week, all we've done is rolled over and fallen away once again. So the market is still negative, but it is important to be aware that we have had quite a lot of buyers stepping into the market. Okay, so I'll go on to the 5-minute time frame. So the market has fallen off overnight by around about 75 points. We're just down at S2 right now. For me today, the best place to look for a trade, you can see I've already got my arrow in here. If the market can open and fall down into these levels, I would be very interested in taking a buy position. For me, this is the highest probability area today for a trade. So hopefully that happens. Hopefully we continue to fall off in pre-market. And then at the 8 o'clock open, we dive down into this area. If not, we've got an area up here, which is two key daily support and resistance levels, S1 and also previous day's price action. Above that we have 5870, which is a key daily level, which ties in with the pivot, 5875 and 5877. So I will be watching these areas also. But for me, this is the highest probability area. And further up, let me just mark this in also. Have a zone here. If the market reached here, to be honest, I would prefer it to break through and come up into the 5955 to 5960 levels. I mean, this is a key reversal area for me, but I would prefer to see the market just pushing up just a little bit higher. Because if it did get up here, I would think the market would come up here and test it. And if my entry was down here, my stop would need to be fairly large. So I'll watch price action, see what happens. As I've mentioned, down here is the best area for me to enter the market. This is ideally what I want to happen. So we will wait and see, and then I'll come back at 4:30 and go over what the market did and how I traded. Okay, I just want to quickly add to the video. The market is down at 5800 also. So this is also a zone. I'm not sure why I didn't have a daily support and resistance level marked in there. I must have deleted it by mistake. So the market is currently down in this zone. So I'm going to watch and see what happens here. I would still like it to break through and come down into the 5760 to 5768 levels. Okay guys, I just want to add to this video quickly. I've just only turned the recording on now. I've been dealing with the subscriptions for the live room, trying to copy over emails. But basically, with the expectation of this returning down here, I got into a short. The market gave me a signal just before the open. I got in just after the open. The market then duly fell down, and then it moved against me with this candle right here. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. Now, this move here, so the market came down here, closed here, showed a little bit of a tail, and then the market pushed up by 11 points. Now, when this sort of thing happens, I know a lot of people, when they're trading, they end up panicking. Maybe they'll close their position as soon as it comes back to break even, or maybe when this one closes, and then you see the tail, the nose on this candle, when it starts pushing up like this, they'll just close it out. They'll think, oh, this is definitely going to move back up now. It's important to do the majority of your analysis before you enter the trade. So the trade reason was there. I'm expecting a return down here, and the market broke out of this zone here, came down, pushed up, and then gave me a signal for one of my trades, which I am able to take. I would prefer to have taken the buy position from down here, but with the expectation of it returning down here and my setup coming in, I did enter a short. Once I've entered a short, you have to be willing to let the market move against you somewhat. You have to be, sorry, let me just bring this down. You have to be willing to lose a trade, basically. The only way to be successful at trading is to accept your losses when they come, and be willing to risk money to make money. Now, when I say risk money to make money, I don't mean make stupid decisions and jump in and out of the market trying to make money. What I mean is you have to be confident in the analysis that you've taken, and you have to be willing to stick to it. Now, if the market had pushed all the way back up here and come up into this zone here and started breaking out of this zone, then I would have exited, but not when the move is just beginning to move against me. My target is down here, 5770. It's just before the zone where I'm expecting some sort of a bounce. When the market gets a little bit further down, I will start managing it. I won't let it turn against me, just in case the reaction comes slightly earlier than I was expecting. What will I do? Okay, so I'll pause it and I'll turn the video back on when I'm exiting the position, either if it pushes back up and I exit, or if it pushes down and I exit. Okay, so it's starting to come down now. Hopefully it's going to reach my limit order, take me out. This another point is when I'm in trades, quite often, I mean, I am managing trades, but quite often I'm also doing other things. Like I've said, I'm doing the subscriptions for the live room now. It's not so much that I'm not paying attention to the charts, it's the fact that you need to be willing or able to look away from your chart. If you're completely fixated on your chart, you know, you're watching every point move and you're panicking about every move, the simple solution is to reduce your risk. It means you're risking too much capital. If you're worrying about every single move, it's because you are worried about losing the money. And if you're worried about losing the money, I mean, everyone's worried about losing money. I don't want to lose money on a trade, but I'm willing to lose money on a trade because I know that's part of trading. But if I'm not, if I'm panicking, I know that's because I'm risking too much. So the simple solution is you just risk less. Just lower your risk until you get to a point where you're able to trade with a clear mind, and then build it from there. You know, don't try and start with risking huge amounts, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Even if you're a member of some sort of subscription service, still start small, learn the way the trading goes, and then build from there. Trading is a huge part of it is to do with your own confidence. Okay, so you can see it's basically touched the limit order and then it's now pushing back up again. So we'll see what it does. I'm still expecting it to come down a little bit further. So you can see we're getting a reaction now. You can see it pushed up and it came up into almost a doji candle there. But you know, the candle's still forming, so I'm not interested in making a rash decision. It's another thing that a lot of people do, is they'll see the candle pushing up and think, oh, this is definitely the turn, I'm going to exit. You know, it's not a massive problem, but compounded over lots of trades, that would have been 8 points less. And you know, especially when you're trading on lower time frames, 8 points is quite a significant move. Well, I mean, depending what pair you're trading. If you're trading things like the Dow Jones and stuff, you know, they move a lot more than on the FTSE. But on the FTSE, an 8 point move is relatively large. So we're coming down. See, we're just struggling at the low of this candle, which is 5770. Okay, so now I am managing the trade. If it starts reacting down at 5,770 again and pushing back up, I will just close the trade. Don't want to close that one, obviously, that's limit order. There we go. Trade completed. And now I'll watch down here, see if I get a nice reaction. It would need to be a perfect reaction because I've just had one very nice trade. So if I don't get the perfect price action that I want, I just won't take the trade and I will finish for the day. Okay, so it's just past 4:30. The FTSE is closed. And first thing we can see, we've had a very strong up day. And considering the market had opened over 75 points down, it has closed up quite significantly. It's quite a strong move. So let's have a look at the price action on the 5-minute chart. Okay, so we opened. We came straight down into the key level that I identified this morning. I thought this was going to be, well, it was the best area to look for a trade, and I thought it was going to be quite significant this morning. The market fell down into it. We got buy signals. And then the market pretty much takes off and doesn't look back. Just looking at this, it looks like actually it has moved up on some sort of a trend line. Let's have a look. Yeah, so there's a trend line there. And we can see, so the market has been bouncing up basically along a trend line. We've touched here, pushed up, we've almost touched here, pushed up again and touched here. So we've had a very strong uptrend today. Let me just get rid of this. So we could have bought in here, and the market then pushes up off of a very key level. It breaks through the next zone, and comes up into here. We start getting signals and reversal signals. However, after the strong move up, we're not really getting any signals that the market is running out of steam. If you took any of these reversal trades, especially if you've taken the training course, should you have filtered these out? Potentially. If you hadn't filtered them out, you would have taken a loss. Hopefully you would have got on long down here. The market then breaks through. It comes up into the 5,870 levels. There's no real reversal candles there. It then falls down. This is breaking through resistance. Resistance becoming support. Oops. And this is a very nice place to get back into the market again. And we can see we're having a strong uptrend. We're making higher lows, higher highs. You can see the pullbacks for the lows are very small. You know, this is the evidence that we're in a strong uptrend. We break up, we touch the next zone, fall back. We then get a very strong buy signal, which is right here, an engulfing candle. You can see it's larger than pretty much every candle until we start getting back towards the open. We get an engulfing candle, the market then rockets up, shows some pullback down here, and then we get another very, very strong candle and the market finishes up strongly. So a very strong up day today. I'm just trying to work out roughly how much this has moved up. Let's have a look. So we opened here. So we're up over 125 points. So it's a very strong up day. For me, the trades were the sell position here, which is included in the video, and then I got long. I only took a short position. I only moved up into these areas here. If this had been my first trade, I would have let this run. I would have closed out 75% and let the position run with the expectations of a move higher. I probably would have got out somewhere around about the 5,830 to the 5,850 levels. Okay, so let's have a quick look. I haven't actually checked this. Where is it? Here we go. So £556 today profit. Stops has been a little bit larger on most of the trades recently, which has mean the risk has come down. But still another very nice day. Hopefully that was helpful for you all. I have sent out subscription links for the live room. If you haven't already signed up at the trading course, or if you hadn't by today, there will be no more links going out now until the live room has launched and I've seen how it runs with the people who have already signed up. So subscription is full. If you've already got your link, you can sign up until the 29th, the night of the 29th. But there will be no more subscription links given out. Okay, so as always, do subscribe to Decisive Trading if you are learning how to trade. I try and post up 1 or 2 videos a week. I'm James Orr, and thank you.